Hello people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Minalkhona. We have started with a series of QuickBooks accounting software in which we have seen how to create a company, how to set up the features, what are the several vouchers which you will require to record your accounting. If you have not viewed those videos, you will find the link in the description box. Also do subscribe to the channel. So today we are going to go ahead and see more vouchers. I am on the home screen of QuickBooks. If I click on new, we have seen that if I want to record any of the vouchers, I have all the vouchers available here. Now we have explored few of customers, suppliers. I'm coming to bank deposit today. So on the very extreme right hand side, you're going to see the option of bank deposit. If any of your customers or you have deposited money directly into the bank, here I have an option to record that direct deposit to the bank. So I just have to say which bank has been used to make this deposit, what is the date, and from which customer did you receive this amount. So here I have the option to select the customers, from which account. So if I can, okay, so from which account or what kind of revenue are you making through this customer? So I can further go ahead and select the income which I want to uh, give an effect to in my accounting. So here I'm going to say sales retail. What is the description? What was the method of payment? Reference number and the amount. So here let's give a amount. Now, if tax is applicable, I can go ahead and select the taxes. Now you know how do you first create the taxes by going to taxes, and only then you can select from here. You don't have an option to directly create from here. So make sure first you have set up your taxes. Now, as you go ahead here, I can select where does the cash goes to. So it is a cash and cash equivalent group, right? It is affecting the bank account, or I can directly select the bank account. Even my bank account is connected to my cash and cash equivalent. The group is cash and cash equivalent in the vertical balance sheet. All right, now if there is a cashback, I can give an amount of cashback here. And memo, if I want to write down any other description. Now the memo very clearly says it will not be printed on the checks or the customer invoices. This memo is only for your internal use. So you can write down the description or any kind of narration if you want to write connected to the entry which you're recording. And here I have an option to attach any documents related to the transaction. And in this way, I would have a bank deposit transaction recorded. I again have an option of make recurring on each voucher. So any voucher, if you feel that this is a repetitive voucher, I can convert it into a template and I can tell the system to post it from time to time periodically so that I don't have to come to the system to record that entry. Now, this is bank deposit. After bank deposit, we are going to see transfer. Now, when you talk about transfer, you're talking about contra entry here. So those who have learned accounting at some point of time, you may have heard about a contra entry. Contra entry is nothing but when you are transferring your funds from one monetary account to another monetary account. So either cash to bank or bank to cash. Either you're withdrawing or you're depositing. So here I have an option to a direct contra entry. You don't need to really understand what is debited or what is credited. Transferred funds from and transferred funds to. If you're withdrawing money, you would say, I'm transferring from a bank account and transferring to a cash account. Say I'm withdrawing. So I would say transferred funds from a bank to a cash account. So if I don't have a cash account right now, I can quickly add a cash account here. cash on hand. So in this way, you can also add multiple accounts. So this is cash on hand. What is the withdrawal? So 10,000 is the withdrawal. And memo. Memo can be used as a narration, or it can also be used as any kind of description to your transaction. So here I'm going to say cash withdrawn. If I want to make an attachment, say you have a slip of the withdrawal slip, or if you have the check through which you have withdrawn, so the scanned copy can be attached here. So at any point of time, I can come here and would have this entry. And also the documentation, even the documentation is equally important, right? So this is my contra entry, which is very easy on QuickBooks. And one more type of voucher which you will require is a journal entry. At any point of time, or especially on the month ends or on 31st of March, there would be several entries for which you will require journal entry. Now for journal entry, the first thing you will have to understand what is debited and what is credited, because this is the view of your journal entry. Say I want to record a salary payable entry. So my entry would be salary account debited. So debited amount, description. I can also write down the name of a party or an employee connected to whose account I am making this expense payable. If the tax is applicable, I can select the tax. And if no tax is applicable, I can directly go to the next. So I'm saying salary account debit to salary payable. Salary is an expense and salary payable is a other current liability. If you don't have an account, you can very easily create it from here, or you can go to chart of accounts and you can create your ledgers from chart of accounts. So in this way, I can record a journal entry. Again, I would see that I can record all my journal entries on one page. So that is another very interesting thing. If you click on clear all lines, whatever you have feeded in the data, that will get cleared. Memo, so it would not get printed, but I can use it as a box to write narration or any kind of description to my transaction. And attachment. On every page you're seeing, on every voucher you're seeing the option of make recurring. That is, I can convert it into a template to use it from time to time. And thus my entry is complete and I can save this entry. So these are three types of vouchers which we have seen. If you want to see your entries, I can go to chart of accounts. So if you go to chart of accounts, here you can filter your entries. So right now I have recorded salary. So account history. So click on account history or run report, and you will be able to see the transactions which are recorded. So here I have recorded this transaction. I can also edit the transaction, delete the transaction, or save the transaction. If you click on edit, I would be able to come back to the voucher and I can edit the transaction. I also have the option to reverse it. So if I don't wish to delete the transaction, I want to keep it as a record, I can simply reverse it in the system. So for every voucher, you can check out these options of delete, reversal, and edit. All right, so we have checked out 3 vouchers today. You can practice these 3 vouchers. If you have not subscribed to the channel still, you should subscribe to the channel